and we're going to set this one aside, and I'm going to backcomb another one to show you, again, not much hair, a little bit more, to show you how I backcomb, so hopefully I don't confuse everybody. Loop it around like this, make sure the ends match and are even. Twist at the top so that it makes a loop like this. Take the rubber band, stretch it out, and put it on the top where the loop is. And tight enough, but not too tight, so that you have a loop that stays like this. Just like this. So that the hair, the natural hair, can go in this part, and it can be braided down this part. So we're going to loop it back onto the curve of the hanger, and tighten it. Take this comb again, kind of pull it a little bit loose so that there aren't any crazy knots. Again, start here, and with a little bit of a kind of firm, loose grab, start backcombing. Just like that. Pull from the tip up. Take your other cat brush, and smooth out some of those crazy knots that look weird. Take this comb. Here we go. Do this all over again. And just repeat all the process. Make sure you're paying attention to the end. That you pay attention to the end. And that this part right here is thicker than this part, and so forth. So we're gonna focus on it there. And as we're backcombing, as we get to like here, we're gonna pull back. See how this other hand right here is moving back as this one goes, back more? And you're gonna have more of a tougher grab at the end because you're getting less hair. So again, make sure there's no crazy loops like this, just poking out, being all pokey. Backcomb with the other comb. Take this one and push. Okay, now we're going to do like I said, and we're going to smooth it out so that it's nice and soft. One big fluff ball. Now it might take you, once you get used to it, seconds to backcomb, and it might take you minutes. It might take you, everyone's different, and I'm just showing you how I do it. So it'll take you a little bit of time to master backcombing dreads and sealing them. So don't get frustrated your first couple times, and if you don't understand what I mean, just let me know and I'll try to make another video or something better. So this is what your finished backcombing dreads is going to look like. Do you see this? Again, do the test. If it stands straight up, you have backcombed it very well. One big fuzz ball. So now we have two. And I'm going to show you guys how I seal the dreads. Now this is going to be probably a lot harder to film than I thought. You're going to fill this up to about 2.5 with a jug of water. And let me try to make this less chaotic than it has to be. Fill it up with the water. About 2.5 to 3. Try not to spill it like I just did. I find that the more you put in, it seems to lose its rapid boil. You're going to turn it on. The red light means it's on. The steam is going to come out of here. You want to make sure that if you get a teapot, the lid's on there enough to let a little bit of steam out, but you don't want a whole lot. Now this we are still going to use the mine sits on paint cans because it helps me with how it's setting. This again is the clothes hanger, the pant hanger I mean, and normally you use it with your feet, but since I found a thing, here's the little loopy part that goes on the rod of the hanger. Now this is where the piercing tongs that, again, you do not ever use to pierce somebody else or use it on anything else other than making dreads. Now you're going to take the loop of the dread that you previously made and clamp on the top, and you're going to make sure you hear the clicking sound. And it's going to sit right like that, in the loop of the dread, freely. Now you're going to take this part of the piercing tongs and put it on the rod of the clothes hanger. And that's going to provide a thing to hold the dread while you twist to get ready to seal. And what you're going to do is you're going to try not to pull too hard. And I find, I don't know if you can see this, you guys. I hope you can. And I pray that you can, because I really don't want to make another video, but I probably will. And you're going to twist like this. Just normal twisting, and you're going to smooth as you twist. Just like this. So that your dread looks like that. Normal dread shape. Now this is very important. You want to make sure that you grab this tight and you slip it off the loop, and it'll be just like this. Super important and super easy. If you let go, it'll go like this, and it'll be back to it. So you want to loop it on. See? Loop the big, huge rabbit ear looking Mickey Mouse thing onto the dread, and twist. And you want to make sure it's a very stiff twist. That sound is this getting ready to boil. Discard that sound. Hopefully I'm talking over top of it. And twist. And you only want to do about a little bit at a time. Probably this much of the dread twisted and sealed. And make sure you have a good firm. And then take it off. Just like this. Now I gotta wait for my silly teapot to boil. So, this is probably a really horrible idea to move that while it's really hot. So, I'm going to move that up. And hopefully I can get a good angle of me sealing this, but probably I will horribly mess up. And so, good luck. As you can see, I don't know if you can see, but the steam is starting to come up. That means it's almost ready to boil. It's super hot, so be careful not to burn yourself. And keep your fingers away from the nozzle and the steam. You will get burned. It will hurt really bad. It's like one of the worst things is steam heat, or steam burn. It always constantly hurts. Okay, so now there is a rapid boil happening. I don't know if you can see it or not. You can see the water moving in here. But there's a steady, hot, steamy mess right there. Okay, so you're going to take this off the loop and put it over top of the steam. Now, you will feel this part moving. That means it's sealing and becoming smaller. So you're going to twist until it's fully sealed. You will be able to see when it's fully sealed and feel. You don't want to overseal it though. And then move down a little bit. And twist this part right here as sealing and becoming smaller so that you can get that super hold and it won't ever come apart, ever. And then move down a little bit and do the same. And this part's going to move. You're going to keep this hand, this one right here, super still. I'm not going to move it.